between. Get ready. Those numbers are going to tumble out there. Thank you so much for being here and trusting the Weather Channel to bring you the information you need to help plan the start of your week.
That's right. We've got extended coverage here for us on air and on the streaming app to make sure that your family is prepared for what is ahead. And a lot, no doubt, is ahead out there. We got our winter storm Sage, which, of course, has dumped some snow, some of that heavy across the Midwest. Now attention is going to be turning to the Northeast.
That's right. And things are going to evolve into a nor'easter. We'll talk more about everything coming with that. But we've got the cold coming in. Full spring strikes again. If you got used to that warm weather, not so fast.
That's right. The spring psych out is in full effect. And, of course, the onslaught of the rain and the snow bringing more and new problems to a new week here in California. It's been a mess there, and that is continuing.
All right, we'll get going with it all. Let's take a look at the watches and warnings right now.
Well, we actually need some rain because the drought situation is actually worsened here in Florida.
Yeah, I know. It's, of course, our dry season in the wintertime, but we really got even less than typical. With so much going on today, we're going to turn our question of the day over to you. It's an Ask Us Anything. All right.
Ask us anything, right? Weather related, please.
We're like, we're going to be careful with this one. We have to talk travel too. A lot of questions about that. So we'll get in front of that. From Boston to Seattle, you can stay prepared for threats whenever they arrive with the Weather Channel streaming. I think it's going to be misleading too because today won't be that bad with some snow coming down, maybe lightly. But once the coastal low gets going, it's really going to ramp up.
Exactly. Crank up very, very quickly. Not just the precipitation amounts, but those winds, which of course can cause problems.
Power outages, we got it all. I'm going to take you into the forecast and show you, where we got snow in the Midwest from Winter Storm Sage, how much we had. We had some bigger totals coming in across parts of Wisconsin, Washburn, 18.5 inches. Let's see, Palmer's, Minnesota up here. We picked up 17 inches. And in Hackensack, Alex, I think it's lucky that it's not full or new moon, at least, because sometimes that can make this kind of thing even worse. But I think the system itself will cause its own problems.
Yeah, we were in for a bit of a ride, no doubt about that. All right, how about we revisit our question of the day? And
there has been, severe weather.
Yeah, and we do have that risk here for today across Florida. We've already actually seen some wind gusts getting up over 60 miles per hour. Watch for the day. There's a pretty decent area here in central and southern Florida where we could see some of those stronger winds accompanying some of these thunderstorms. So just be prepared for that, maybe even some hailstones as well.
And then our coast-to-coast storm, the one coming into the west later tonight into tomorrow, that makes its way across the country. So by Thursday, we've got an area now across the southern plains that we could see potential storms, looking at Texas into Oklahoma. And I know a lot of this early part of the week, we're talking about cooler temperatures, but things start to rebound by then, so you need to be ready.
Absolutely, indeed. So be prepared for that. You see how this all develops here again, pulling from the west, eventually to the middle of the country. Again, on the northern extent, there's going to be the snow. The southern areas, though, that's where we'll have to watch out for that threat for some severe weather.
That whole thing in itself is a pretty nasty storm, right? You look at the snow to the north, storms to the south. Next question up is from Jim.
It'll be fun in the near term as we deal with this coastal system having an impact. So get ready for things to go downhill here for us. We're going to be cranking up the low. We're going to bring in some wet weather here. Now, that's for tonight. So midnight hour, rain really gets going. The winds will start to crank up as well. Not going to be a fun situation there around the Cape.
No, there's going to be power outages. There will be flooding. You know the drill, that we just haven't been through that drill much this year. So get ready to sort of hunker down for a good 24 to 36 hours. So this is your forecast today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I think the biggest impact. This weekend, we've got another round of rain and wind coming in. It's a busy pattern.
It's a very busy pattern, so be ready for it. But looks like around the Cape, mostly rain may end as snow, at least as we get into Wednesday morning.
The incoming nor'easter, warning everyone to be ready for it. And if you didn't catch your warning, it is going to be a difficult one when it comes to travel. So stay home. There will be a state of emergency that goes into effect at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be complacent with this one here. One to take seriously, and no doubt, again, the safest thing is just stay home if you can. If you can.
I know it's tough. Again, certainly balancing that with your work obligations, but try to keep any other obligations from keeping you off the roadways. Anything that would, you can do today, do today. We're going to continue with the forecast for you. Thanks for trusting the Weather Channel to bring you the information you need to help plan the start of your week.
Absolutely. We have extended our coverage here on air as well as on the streaming app to make sure that your family is prepared for what is ahead. And yes, we'll certainly be watching what's going on with our winter storm as it moves its way from the Great Lakes, and then watch how things really develop with the coastal area of low pressure. That's the thing that's going to crank up and really cause the problems here for tonight into tomorrow.
We got a lot going on across the nation. Let's take a look.
As we head on through our day.
We're going to be talking a lot about issues at the airports in the coming days thanks to Winter Storm Sage, especially in the Northeast. Between the wind, the snow, and the rain, we are expecting a lot of delays.
A lot. Right now, not seeing too much. In fact, at the last check, cancellations went from 1, now it's up to 9 in the country. But I do think there will be a lot more than that 9 for tomorrow.
Yeah, so heads up, if you have travel plans, check in with your airline. Perhaps you want to make some changes. Just getting to the airport could be a problem, actually.
Very true.
So I want to show you what we're dealing with here in terms of Winter Storm Sage. The snowfall that came from it in the Midwest was heavy. Cornucopia, Wisconsin. Not a cornucopia, just snow. We didn't have mixed precip. It was just could be causing travel issues and power outages. Hey, Alex, it's a charge everything kind of day. Make sure your backup chargers are charged and just kind of know, okay, how am I going to keep warm? What kind of food do I have to eat if I have no power to cook? All of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's all about preparation. It's key when it comes to all these weather events, being prepared out ahead of it.
We're going to go to our question of the day. Today,
maybe towards the weekend that maybe changed a little bit out there for you. Now, it may not be the best beach temps right now, but it's dry.
Today's not that bad. It's in the 60s, but it gets really chilly, especially in the mornings. We've got freeze watches all the way to the coast, and that does include Myrtle Beach. So you look at the overnight temperatures. Overnight tonight to tomorrow morning, 39, 34 Tuesday night into Wednesday morning.
So, yeah, a bit of chilly on the coast, I would say. But again, at least you've got some sunshine. That kind of brightens the mood just a bit, and it will be warming as well. By the time we get to Friday, we got some 70s.
All right, this seems like the place to be.